Come on in. We're going to talk about the router. First of all, we're going to talk about the different style of bits. This bit right here is a round over. Can be used in a round over in conjunction with the right size of bearing. The bearing works so that I can use that on the outside right there as a guide. Okay, but that could be a round over. This could be a round over. But most of these are going to be Roman Ogi bits, just different edging decorative bits. Okay. Also, we have a rabbiting bit for edges, and it would have to be on the outside edges for rabbiting, simply because I've got the ball bearing for the guide again. I have a core box in also these two styles right here. Actually, that's the same bit right there. Okay. We have a V-groove bit. We also have a dovetail. We have a keyhole bit. You'll use this for the back of pictures, or we may use it for the back of our picture frames. And then we have a different style of straight bits and or dado, rabbiting, groove. All these could be used for the same thing. Now, different places might call some of these bits a little bit different, but that's the basic fix on these bits, on the names. Okay. Next thing I'm going to show you is the adjusting the depth of the router. And to do that, we want to flip this up, and we can make our major adjustments by pressing this button, and it will snap in. Okay, and to make minor adjustments, I'm pressing with my fingers here as I'm holding it, and I can make some minor adjustments right there. The big thing would be is simply to make your adjustments and do your test cut on a piece of scrap wood first, and so that you have exactly what you want. The last thing I want to show you then is how to change out the bit. There we go. We've got two wrenches. One holds a spindle. Right here it's narrower, and it slips on the back, if you can see inside there, Riley. And this one here then, this other wrench will take care of, you put on the nut. All right? The smaller one will hold the spindle. All right, so now I'm just going to turn this counterclockwise. Sometimes it can get on pretty tight. It doesn't have to be super, super tight. And after you loosen a little bit, you'll have to get the wrench on it and go again. Almost like it holds it twice. Now this is just a handheld router, and when it's in this configuration like this, go ahead and turn around. The configuration right there is called a shaper. Okay, but that's just simply a router upside down on a table, and that configuration is called a shaper. All right, so I continue loosening here. Once it comes loose, this router bit is supposed to come loose, and sometimes it does not. So taking the handle, I make sure I'm not underneath the cutter, and I will pry that out a little bit. All right. These are 1/4-inch shavs. They come in 1/4, 3/8, and half, with half and I think 1/4 being the most popular. And these, of course, happen to be 1/4. To put in a new bit, well, let's just put in the same bit. Just simply press it. Now I want to show you that this can come all the way off. It doesn't have to go all the way off. And on the inside, you've got a collet. Okay, that portion's called the collet. All right, but that collet is slotted, and that's how it holds it. So as I put that through there, this nut goes down on top of that, and those spaces, it just squeezes the shaft because it just reduces that space, and that's how it holds a collet, or how it holds the bit in place. Okay, so now I'm going to just Put the collet back on. Hold my spindle. Now sometimes these bits will want to move around a little bit, and that's the reason they have to be sometimes fairly snug. I'm going to move this foot just a little bit so that I can get in with my wrench. And now I'm tightening the nut on clockwise again, and I'm ready to roll. Okay? Now, all this is done, of course, with it being unplugged. All this is done with the switch off, which it needs to be stored with the switch off also. That's how I change out the bit on a router. Okay?